welcome into 12th Man Studios for the latest episode of Higgins Hindsight. I'm Fallon Appleton, joined alongside Chandler Phillips and head men's golf coach JT Higgins. Guys, welcome back.
Great to be here.
So this past week you were in Florida for the Valspar Collegiate Invitational where you got 6th place against a national championship caliber field. Coach, what were your thoughts on the team's performance?
I thought we did really well. We got 6th, which we want to try and win, but at the same time we beat I think 3 or 4 teams in the top 10. Everybody there was great. So any win you got was great, and the teams that beat us were all high quality teams. We did a lot of great things, way better than we had the last 2 tournaments since we've been here. We just really improved on some things, but we still have a lot of things to work on. So we got 6th place. We hit. In spite of the fact that we had 14 3-putts, we had 27 penalty shots. We didn't really finish that well every day, which are 3 things we emphasize on our team. If we do those things well, we're going to have a chance to win. And so we did so many other things well. Those scored on the par 5s, played the par 3s a lot better. The guys bounced back after bad holes fantastically. So there was just a lot of positives there, but we still have a lot of things that we can work on and get better on. So I was pretty impressed. This guy played great again, which is fantastic, and we're getting great. Just the most consistent play maybe of any freshman in the country from Sam Bennett. Just been amazing. Every week he's somewhere in the top 25 and just consistently gives us great rounds. And Walker Lee really had a nice tournament too. So we had 3 guys really kind of carry us, and we just got to get good play out of the bottom of our order.
You talk about Sam Bennett's performance. What stood out to you most?
With Sam, it's just how consistent he is. Nothing phases him. Every hole's a new hole for him. He doesn't dwell on the past. He's not looking forward. He just plays golf and hits shots. He's a golfer. He doesn't worry about his swing. He doesn't worry about how he's hitting the ball. He hits the ball, puts the club in the bag, goes and finds it, hits the next shot, makes a few putts here and there, and at the end of the day, it's going to add up somewhere between a 69 and a 75. And he's going to give us whatever score he gave us. We know it was the best he had that day. And he just does an amazing job for being a freshman. He's incredible.
That's great. So keeping on the theme of great golf play, Chandler, you had a great individual performance, finished 3rd overall. Walk me through your performance.
Coming up to this tournament, I hadn't played up to my standards, coach's standards. I mean, I think everybody, with our team, would agree with that we all haven't been playing up to our standards. So we all had individual meetings, and I had a good meeting with Coach, and I kind of went about everything, the whole process this week, a little bit different than I have in the past, and really slowed down. I'm usually really fast, just grab a club, all right, there's the green, and go. But no, I just try to pick out the smallest target I could on every shot, putt, everything, to really, I guess, zone in, concentrate a little bit more, and it really helped. I actually feel like I hit the ball better here than I did in Arizona, the tournament I won at the beginning of the semester, and I just didn't putt as well as I did there. But yeah, it's a great tournament. I feel good. Kind of had a hiccup on the last hole, but it's all right, it's fine.
How do you plan to keep this momentum up for your last tournament of the semester?
Yeah, I mean, it worked, what I did there, so I'm just going to ride it out and keep doing the same thing to the end of the season.
So, Coach, Myrtle Beach and in Cabo, you didn't have exactly the best tournaments. What changed here in Florida?
Well, to be honest, it was kind of just a slump. I'm not making excuses for the guys between the weather here, not getting to play and practice as much as we wanted to, the travel schedule that we had. When you build that schedule, if you're playing well in golf, that's a great thing, right? You put the clubs in the bag, you go get on another plane, you go play the next tournament, and you can't wait to play again. But when things aren't going well, there's really no time to fix it. You've got to figure out what's wrong and try and fix it on the fly. The tournament in Cabo was just a disaster. We really played poorly. Chandler played okay. We had an incorrect scorecard, and he got DQ'd. So between that and whatever could go wrong went wrong, and so we kind of just tried to. That's one of those ones where, hey, don't even look at the game film, put it behind you, and move on to the next one. At Myrtle Beach, The finish wasn't very good, but we started to see ourselves coming out of the things that we were doing wrong and start playing competitive golf again. We had 2 really good rounds, 1 really bad round, and but you could kind of see it. You know, one of the things, it doesn't matter, I don't think, what sport you're playing. Things are contagious. You know, if guys are struggling, the next thing you know, more than one guy's struggling, 2 or 3 guys are struggling, and once guys start playing well, everyone catches that fever and you start playing well. Well, we felt like we bottomed out in Cabo, and we started climbing back out of it in Myrtle Beach. And then, you know, this week was really good. We just had 2 guys that really struggled off the tee, and if they were able to keep the ball and play a little bit better, we would have had a chance to win this golf tournament. So I feel like we're back and ready to contend, and you know, but we'll find out. The Aggies not a let up for the field that we have coming in here to play our next tournament, and then when you get to SECs, everybody's good. So the rest of the way, we're going to have to be a top 4 game.
You talk about the Aggie. It's going to have a tough field again. So how do you keep this momentum up and keep preparing and keep building on this?
Well, we're going to play a lot of golf at Traditions, which is good. It's just been so wet. It's been hard to play there. There's nothing the golf course can do about it. It was Mother Nature. It's made it difficult to play out there, to be honest. So we haven't had a lot of rounds on there, and we've actually made some changes to the golf course and lengthened it a little bit, adding some tees. And so we're anxious to get out there and play on it as much as we can the next 2 weeks. But we're going to keep doing, like Chandler said, we're going to keep doing the things that, you know, for us, rule 1 is make sure you always have a second shot. And we just haven't done a very good job of that this spring. Off the tee, we've just given away too many things. No matter what sport you're playing, you got to protect the ball. We're losing the golf ball way too often. And then if we do good on our lag putting and eliminate 3 putts and then finish strong, those 3 things add up to a chance to win golf tournaments. And we've done great at that for the last 3 years, and we're getting back to that now. So it's just more getting back to our basics in Aggie golf, our way of doing things, and we'll be just fine.
Chandler, what are your thoughts on the direction of the team right now?
Yeah, just like Coach said, I think we pretty much bottomed out at Cabo. I mean, hell of a place to bottom out at. But no, a lot of good things happened in Myrtle Beach, and then this week, Sam posted, I think, 2 rounds under par. Walker shot 65 in 1 round, and then I played really well. And the other 2 guys, Brandon and Dan, they're very capable of doing the same thing us 3 are doing. And Reese and Josh, I mean, everybody on the team's all capable of doing it. It's just figuring out what they need to get past or whatever is going on, just to, get in the groove of that we're all in, like everybody else is in. So, yeah, I think we're on the way up, and I hope we just keep going that way.
So switching gears a little bit, earlier this month you found out that you made the Palmer team, and you're the first American to make the team 3 times. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What's that experience like playing on that team?
It's awesome. I love it. The past 2 years playing on it has been some of the best times outside of A&M golf with a team. I mean, I played on a team, the U.S. team, for the summer before I came to school. And other than that, it was just the Palmer Cup. But Palmer Cup is just so fun. Like, during the day, yeah, everybody's real serious, getting ready to compete and everything. But as soon as the round's over, everybody from each side of the team, I mean, we're all having fun. We're all practicing together, joking around, eating together, making lifetime friends out there, and meeting new people that you never met before. And it's a blast. It really is. I mean, I got to go to France last summer for it, so it's kind of hard to complain about it.
What's one of your favorite memories from that trip?
Like there's so many things, like France, the views. I mean, we're up on a side of like a mountain looking over Lake Geneva, and I mean, it was just, looks like a painting. Like it was awesome. And then when we were in Atlanta 2 years ago, if you look at our team that were there, there's what, like 2-3 guys on the web.com, and then 1 guy's on the European tour now, and then 2 guys are on the PGA Tour. I mean, it's crazy to see what comes out of the teams that we have on the Palmer Cup, and it's really awesome.
Pretty impressive. So, looking forward to the next 2 weeks, Coach, you have to be excited about the Aggie coming up and then going into postseason with the SECs.
Yeah, we're really excited. That, you know, the Aggie Invitational for us starts postseason. We say it every year. You know, it's our chance to get ready for SECs, and we want to win our home tournament. We get great crowds out and people come to watch, and we always bring in great fields. You know, Ricky Fowler came out and watched this week at the Floridian, and he's a past champion of the Aggie Invitational. You know, I think most of the guys that have won it are either on the European Tour or the PGA Tour now. It is, if you can win at Traditions, I think it shows that you have the ability to win at the highest levels of golf. So we're just going to try and get the guys ready. You know, they're excited. We know that we've kind of underachieved a little this spring, but at the same time, everything you're playing for is coming up. You know, there's when we set our goals at the beginning of the year, it wasn't to win the Floridian or to win in Myrtle Beach or to win in Cabo. The goal is to win the SEC championship. The goal is to win the national championship. So we're hoping to peak at that time of year, and we know we've got the players and the team that we can compete with anybody, and we just showed it again last week. And I think you know, it's a pretty bright future for us. We just got to get a couple things shored up.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and fans, if you want to come out to the Aggie Invitational, it's in 2 weeks at the Traditions Golf Club on April 6th and 7th.